Hey guys, welcome back. This is History of Power Rangers Season 1, Episode 17 of my show, but this is about Episode 16. Now, before I start talking about it, this is going to be the last video I'm going to do single-wise, because the next video, which is going to be History of Power Rangers Episode 18, but it's going to be about... Episode 18 is going to cover all the parts of the Green with Evil 5-part episode. I just wanted to get that out of the way. So, the next video, which will be episode 18 of my show, will be like a combination video. Like, it'll cover all the 5 parts of the Green with Evil 5-part saga. So, what I am going to do for that video is when I make the description... I'll put Green with Evil Saga, and then I'll put parts 1 through 5 are discussed, and everything else about it later on when I do that video. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Oh, and this is the first video that I'm going to be doing after my 4-year anniversary, which was on the 13th. Oh, and also, one more thing before I actually start talking about the video. Injustice 2 is going to be released, this coming Tuesday, so... what I am going to do is I'm definitely going to play that, but I'm going to finish a lot of the games I am playing first before I do, so... I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Now... Anyway, getting back into it, this is History of Power Rangers Season 1, Episode 17 of my show, but this is about Episode 16. Now, Episode 16 in the original Power Rangers series is known as Switching Places. And, as the name of the episode states, this episode does have some significance in the fact that, it's the first time in a Power Rangers series, where, anyway, actually, I'm gonna explain why it has significance later on when I get to the actual part where it does. Anyway, the way this episode first starts off is, Squatt is in, Billy's laboratory, like, he's sneaking around and he's like, now let's see, that power source for Billy's invention has gotta be, for Billy's new invention has gotta be around here somewhere. Oh my god, that's so hilarious. Because of what's gonna happen. Anyway, he finds the power source for the machine, which is basically, it's a mind-reading apparatus. And he switches some of the, like, he switches the cords around, like, he switches where they're connected to. He switches them around, like, he puts the one that it's attached to the left side on the right, and the one that's attached to the right side on the left. Oh! And he says that when Billy uses the machine, his head will be scrambled. He's like, when Billy uses it, he'll be scrambled, like, his brain will be scrambled like an omelet. And then he says that the other Power Rangers will be so busy trying to figure out what's wrong with them that they won't pay attention to what Rita's doing. And basically what happens is, basically what happens after that is, he says that, I can't remember, I think he said something else, which is, he He's probably done so well that we will give him that glow-in-the-dark toothpaste he's been wanting. And then basically what happens is he goes back to the moon. And Rita and her minions show them the magic lamp. Shows her minions the magic lamp, which has an evil genie inside of it. Basically, then they rub the lamp. Well, then Squatt accidentally rubs the lamp and releases the genie. And then, basically, what happens is, actually, before I continue with the genie thing, I just want to mention this very, very quickly about the genie. You see, technically, the genie thing will play a hand in one of the later segments of Power Rangers. I'm not going to tell you which series, but I'm going to tell you the season number. I think it's season number, let's see, 14. Now, I just wanted to tell you the season number. I won't tell you which series because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I just wanted to tell you the season number, and that was just because of the genie thing. And then they released the genie from the lamp, and basically Squatt said that is he able to destroy the Power Rangers? Rita wants to use the genie to destroy the Power Rangers. And then basically what happens is, then it goes back to where Billy and Kimberly are, and then they're using his device, and then they flip the switch, and then, but because of what Squatt did, their brains get switched, meaning that Kimberly's brain ends up in Billy's body, and Billy's brain ends up in her body. Oh my god. And then they try to go about their day in the school while they're inside each other's bodies. But since Kimberly is in Billy's body, she doesn't know anything about science stuff, which causes his computer that he's helping a computer that he's helping a kid with. He causes it to explode. It's Billy and Kimberly's body. It's a cheese souffle that later explodes. Actually, but before I continue, I'm gonna get back to it with Rita and her minions very quickly. After the genie is released, Squatt said that he has only one question: can he beat the Power Rangers? And the genie said that he'll destroy them. And then basically what happens is, Goldar tells the genie their plan of attack, which basically is having the genie stay in the lamp when they send him down to Earth, so that Zordon won't be able to detect him inside the lamp. So that kind of makes sense in a way. It makes sense, really, it does. But now getting back into it with Kimberly and Billy, after their little misadventures while they were in each other's bodies and stuff, they start arguing with each other while they're walking towards the other Rangers, and then Jason wonders why they're arguing, and then Kimberly and Billy's body says that basically Billy's invention switched their brains. Oh my god, I'm sorry, but that's kind of hilarious. Oh my god. And then basically what happens after that is basically Kimberly, Jason says that if Kimberly is in Billy's body, if Billy is Kimberly, then that means Kimberly is Billy, kind of thing. Like, if Billy is Kimberly, like, because Kimberly's brain is inside Billy's body because of what the machine did. And, oh, but I'm just going to backtrack here one moment. I'm going to backtrack here before I get back to it. After Billy and the others have, Bulk and Skull find that Billy had used his machine, and basically what happens is, because they were following, I don't know if they were following him, but they see where the machine that he built is, and then basically, what happens is, what happens basically is, Bulk says that, does he hear that? And then Skull basically says that it's a dog. But he says that it's not a dog because he built the machine that could read people's minds. And then Skull is, like, he's kind of dumb, and then Bulk says that if he had a mind to read, and then basically after the little incident with the machine where, later on, after the incident where Billy and Kimberly's brains got switched, Bulk and Skull tried to use the machine to do the same thing, and then their brains get switched as well, so basically, Bulk's brain is in Skull's body, and Skull's brain is in Bulk's. Oh my God! I'm sorry, but that's kind of hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh, and then now getting back into it with Kimberly and Billy. After Kimberly and Billy's body tells the others that Billy's invention switched their brains, Jason's like, if Billy is Kimberly, then that means Kimberly is Billy, because Kimberly's brain is in Billy's body, and Billy's brain is in Kimberly's body. And then Trini says that basically she says that it's Kimberly, and then she says in Billy's body that obviously it's someone who doesn't know how to put on makeup. And then basically, because what happens is, when these three girls, when they were looking off at where Kimberly was, because they didn't know that Billy's brain was inside Kimberly's body, Billy and Kimberly's body said that he thinks makeup is overrated anyway and stuff. And then, anyway, getting back into it with with Rita and her minions, Squatt said that I'm gonna get back, because I'm gonna retrace my steps back to where I was with Rita and her minions, because I kind of skipped ahead with that last time. Basically, what happens is after the genie is freed from the lamp, in the next scene, Squatt asks the others if because he's got one question: can the genie defeat the Power Rangers? And the genie says that he'll destroy them. And then Goldar basically makes this plan of attack, where he tells the genie that they'll send him down to Earth in the lamp, which will keep him from being detected by Zordon's security at the command center. So they send the genie down in his lamp, and then Zordon, as the Rangers morph to where the lamp is, Well, first he tells Alpha to have the Rangers teleport to the park in order to retrieve the lamp because it's an emergency, and then the Rangers find the lamp, and then basically what happens is after that, when they head back to the command center after finding the lamp, Alpha asks Zordon because he doesn't understand. Zordon told them that this was an emergency, but it's just an antique foil lamp. And Alpha asks Zordon what's so dangerous about it, and then Zordon explains that what is dangerous is the genie that used to live inside the lamp. And then basically what happens is, in this episode, Rita doesn't use her magic staff to make the monster grow because of the fact that the genie isn't actually a physical creature. He's actually a magical one that exists in a lamp. So he can make himself grow because of his magic. But I just wanted to get that out of the way there. Anyway, continuing on with it. Then the Rangers morph to fight the genie, and afterward, Zordon has Alpha teleport the Rangers back to the command center to kind of regroup, because he tells them they have seen the genie is incredibly powerful, and Jason wonders how they can beat him. And then Kimberly but before I get to that again, I'm going to backtrack here one more time, because they morph into their Ranger forms, and then basically what happens is after that, they start fighting the genie. I think it's in Megazord form, and then basically Zordon has the Rangers teleport back to the command center, and as I said, he explains to them that as they have seen, the genie is very powerful, and the Rangers are wondering how they can defeat the genie. And then Billy in Kimberly's body is saying that by networking their maximum energy linkage, which is just a fancy scientific way of saying that they have to believe in themselves, and if they do that, the genie cannot defeat them. And then basically what happens is, while the Rangers are back in the Megazord and they're fighting the genie again, Zordon has Alpha try to locate the source of the genie's power. And then Alpha is surprised. And then Zordon asks Alpha what he's found, because Alpha has found out that the source of the genie's power is actually his lamp. So Zordon tells Alpha to quickly have the lamp destroyed. So he destroys it by placing it in the command center's teleportation unit, which then causes the genie to disappear, which is kind of good because there's a scene where he was using this drill thing, which was kind of putting the Rangers in a bind. So, and then it doesn't show a scene where Rita's upset that she lost this time around, but and then it doesn't show a scene where she's upset that she lost, and then after they defeat the genie, they're contacting Alpha on the communicators, and Alpha tells them that when they destroyed the lamp, the genie disappeared, and then they say that the machine is ready, and then Zach tells Alpha that he's got to go because Billy and Kimberly are about to make the switch, and then Alpha's like, "Aye, please tell them to be careful," and then Kimberly and Billy's body says that, "Is he sure about this?" And Kimberly and then Billy and Kimberly's body says that in science nothing is certain. And then they make the switch back, and then later on Bulk and Skull show up, and then they want to be returned back to their original bodies as well. And then Billy's kind of upset with them because he thinks that they were the ones fiddling with his machine. They think that the others think that they shouldn't be changed back, and Trini said that maybe it'll teach them a lesson not to play with other people's property. And then Jason said that he thinks that they've learned their lesson, and then Billy says that he has Bulk and Skull step up to the machine, so he switches them back, and then after Skull is switched back to his normal body, he calls Billy over, and he said that thinks that he could borrow his brain for a math test next week. And then Billy kind of makes a little bit of a sarcastic joke where he says, some people never learn, and that's basically where this episode stops. So if you guys like this video on YouTube when I post it today, just give it the real best you guys can, and I'll see you guys probably next week for the Green with the Evil 5-part saga, which is going to be one video. So until next week, guys, like I always tell you with this series, may the power protect you always.